Hi everyone, welcome to another video in the Battalion Development Toolkit series. In this video we're just going to take a look at minimap creation and loading screens. So let's kick off with the minimaps. If we take a look at how the aim map does it. Okay, if I zoom out, you can see actually we've got it overlaid. If it's not overlaid for you, or if it's a different map, because this isn't needed for this particular setting is needed for the game, you should go to map beacon and then just make sure the map texture is the aim map 2048. Okay, so in this one you can see that the actual thing that affects it is plane, and then in the material we have under plane is the aim map. Is the texture that we use. So you can see how it looks pretty much like our aim map, except we've highlighted and made certain things more visible, got like an edging around certain objects, just to give them a bit more jump out at you and give a bit more kind of definition to them. So if I go back to the Kevs mod, right, so the first thing I want to do is take a screenshot of the top of the map. So if we go top, and then so first thing to remember actually is to turn off the in-game highlighting of certain objects. And if I toggle that, you can see that you get like spheres and things and debug drawing. So you turn that off by pressing G, then go top down. Now if you zoom in quite far and then grab your high resolution screenshot but put it up to say 5, maybe that'll be too much. Let's see. Take screenshot, and if I bring this over, see it's saved here. If I zoom in, I mean it could be better. Let's zoom in a little more. This seems to affect it, so then put that back up to 5. That could be too much now. Actually, it's not so bad. It's a little close. Maybe we will just zoom out just a little bit. There we go. Center it maybe a bit more like that. Okay, great. Let's do it one more time. Go on 5. And that looks good. That looks pretty defined too. You can play with this, make it as kind of have as much fidelity as you want it to, and obviously you can go back into Photoshop just like we're about to do to highlight the areas you want to be more defined. So if we open up Photoshop and load in, let's see, there we go. So the first thing you want to do is crop it, and I think it was the last tool I was using, so it's remembered that. And I want to keep the ratio at 1:1, and we could make this a tad smaller depending on what your maps are like. So we know that our spawns are kind of around here and here. We could definitely center that maybe a little bit more like that. Okay, great. Then you just press the tick button there, and we've got a nice square mini map. Cool. So I'm going to export that, and I'm just going to do it as cropped. Okay, and then I'm going to make a folder called HUD. You'll notice in the example mod that it's called UI, but I think it's more fitting to be called HUD. And then we will bring in the cropped version. Just drag that in from the folder, and I'm actually going to bring over the material that's in the example mod UI folder because we could use that. And I'm going to rename it to something more sensical, like minimap That. Open it up. Replace what's in it with ours. Save that. Next, I'm actually going to bring in the beacon that we copied over with our blueprints right at the beginning. Now we've got, oh, actually, already got a beacon in there. That's me playing around earlier, but there you go. And this isn't required for the final game, but we can put in this texture here to help us visualize it. And we can also update the material in element 0 on the plane. Okay, so next I'm going to go to perspective and I'm going to press G. And I'm going to double click on this, and you can kind of see it there, but it's very small. So what we'll do is firstly center it, and we might put this to say 2000. High enough? Yep. And we'll grab the plane, we'll go back to top down, make sure we're in unlit. Actually, it might be useful to be unlit in this. Let's see how that goes. And then just try out, see what that looks like. Okay, so I've scaled it to 200, and we kind of want these sights to sort of match. So what you can do is sort of place it in the middle, and then I think we can lock this. Let's see if this works. We don't really need it to scale that Z value there, but we can certainly keep iterating on that until it looks good. Let's see. Oh, so it's miles too big. So let's is that too big again? Yep. Okay. 180 or 150. Maybe even 130 on that. There we go. Now, if you've managed to define and make better definitions, it will be way easier to do this than it is for me right now. But I think we might have just about got there. It's pretty much on it. Great. Cool. So save. So yeah, it's all about just maneuvering that plane. I tend to actually change the location on the main actor and not here, but I guess we'll find out and see if that's actually an issue or not. Right. So let's see if that works. Let's go to perspective, and we can leave that up there. Make sure everything's saved, and I'm going to put that back down to 1. Make sure the dedicated server is turned off, and should be able to play. Great. So we can see all the things on the map there. I could make it bigger so we can see that actually. Actually, for a first pass, this is not so bad, considering we were guessing the scale. Pretty rough, but yeah. There must be a bit of collision here or something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so next thing is the loading screens. Now I've prepared one earlier for this, and if I bring back over my folder, there you go. So a lot of artistic license there. Actually, what I did was take the loading screen that we provide with the toolkit, black it out, and then put some text on top. Obviously, we're coming up to not being early access, or if you're watching this after, we're fully out, so it's not quite right, but we'll use it all the same. So you need to create a folder called loading screens. If you haven't got one already, and then you can see in the example mod, it's called mod name underscore map underscore loading screen. So I'm going to go back to here, and I've actually already named it this, I think. There we go. So drag that in. Guess mod underscore map underscore loading screen. Great. Awesome. So I think that's everything we need. If this gets in the way or is annoying, I'm pretty sure you can just whack this. Well, you could just do that, actually, probably easier. Or you can put the location somewhere else where it's not in the way. Okay, so the next video, we'll try and take a look at running this in the game and take a look at the Steam packaging process. See you then.